Hello students, today we're going to do a short video, a tutorial for Finale if you're going to be doing the set theory assignment. This one will show you how to correctly analyze a set theory piece, all in Finale, not having to worry about going to use any other program. So I chose an older piece of mine, but it is a set theory piece. Now first remember that even if you're using transposing instruments like the clarinet, here is a transposing instrument, you will show the score to me in concert pitch, and you could always make sure that is shown. If you look at the top of the screen here, under document, it just says display in concert pitch. Otherwise, it will transpose things as necessary. First thing that we should do is I'm just going to grab a little bit of material. I'm going to show you the set that I used in one particular example. And I would say do this little by little, don't wait for the end. What I want to do is circle this musical material for the clarinet and then show what the set is. Well, we're going to use the expression tool, which is a very handy tool. You'll notice that on the main tool palette it shows it as the mezzo forte marking, but you can do more than just write expressions with this tool. What we're going to do is we're going to click on the area that we want to draw a circle around, and I'll do this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a miscellaneous expression. Now you notice when you create a miscellaneous expression, you can create a text one or you can create a shape. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a shape. Say create. And now it doesn't really matter what it's going to look like here. I'm just going to grab this oval looking thing and I'm just going to draw a random oval. Doesn't matter really. I'm going to say OK and then OK again. And then I'm going to assign it. So now it's on this little area here. Now I can move it around, and if I don't like the size, I could always double click and then a bunch of handles will show up, and these will allow me to modify the size. Let's say I wanted to also encompass the next instrument. I could do something like this. Whichever way you think it's going to most clearly show what it is that you have. So now let's say I've circled this. Fine. Realize that anytime I would want to circle some more things in the piece, let me for example, just say I wanted to circle this material here in the lower two instruments in the bells and crotales. So let's say I'm going to circle this. I'm going to click anywhere around here. And notice I've already created that image. But I can't use the same one, because if I use the same one and then I modify it, it will also modify the original. So what I'm going to say is duplicate. So now it makes another circle of some type. I will assign it. This one, now I can double click it, and now I could drag it around and make it as large as I so desire. It will center it for me, etc. This is a great teaching tool as well for those of you that are music educators, not just composers or theorists or analysts. That will be a way for you to use Finale in a creative way to teach. So now what I want to do is I want to indicate, well, what is this set? Well, you could use the text tool, but the text tool again will glue things on the page exactly where it is, and unless I'm completely done with the piece, I again find the best tool for this to be our expression tool, and I'll show you why. So let's take a look at what the notes are here. I have E flat, E, G, and B. So this is, if I write that out, I'll just do this little analysis for you right here. If I say E flat, E, G, and B, well, the set for that will be 0, 0, 1, 4, 8. So that's the set for this group of notes, right? E flat to E, G to B, and I can rotate this around and transpose it. It still is always going to be 0, 1, 4, 8. But I don't want to have to type this every single time I do this analysis. So I'm going to get rid of this guy here. And instead, I'm going to use an expression. So again, I'll click on this little area here. And I'm going to create a miscellaneous expression. Let's make the size of this maybe 14. And then I'll write that set. 0, 1, 4, 8. Sounds good. And I'll say OK, and I'll assign it. And there it is, 0, 1, 4, 8. And I could just put this somewhere close by. Now the one thing good about this is that even though you have to draw the circles new every time you have a new set because the circles are going to be different sizes, I'll never again have to create this 0, 1, 4, 8. Anytime I have that later on in the piece, I could just click anywhere, and then I have my 0, 1, 4, 8. I could just assign it, and it could be there, or it could be there, or it could be wherever it is. So similarly, with a set like this one makes it maybe a little bit easier because it's between two parts. Here I have an E, F sharp, a B flat, and a C. So let's figure out what that is. So here we're going to analyze our E, F sharp, B flat, and C. And starting with E, it's 0, 2. E to B flat is a 6, it's a tritone. And E to C, it's an 8. Interestingly enough, I didn't even really intend this, but it also is a symmetrical set because C, B flat, F sharp, E is also 0, 2, 6, 8. How about that? Regardless, once again, all I'll have to do though is I'll click the expression tool, click somewhere in the middle, and now here I can duplicate my original set, edit it, and now just change the numbers 0, 2, 6, and 8. I say OK. I sign it, and this is easy. I could just put it in the middle.